You pack your plate with animal protein and strip away the carbohydrates, treating a strict high-protein diet as the ultimate fuel for building an athletic physique. Picture a massive transport truck speeding down a dark highway at night. Your powerful headlights are locked directly on the road ahead. That illuminated path reveals your specific physical goals: rapid fat loss and heavy muscle growth. But because your attention is fixed entirely forward, you completely ignore the pitch-black road directly behind your vehicle. This dark shadow represents your distal colon, the very end of your large intestine, and the trillions of microscopic bacteria that live there. Optimizing your meals solely for the mirror creates an illusion of health. You successfully build the exterior, but you neglect the massive biological supply chain required to keep your body stable. To see what happens in the dark, we have to look closely at the gut ecosystem. The friendly bacteria living inside your digestive tract act exactly like maintenance crews, working constantly to keep the intestinal roads repaired and secure. These bacterial crews run almost exclusively on dietary fiber. They ferment complex plant materials to create short-chain fatty acids, like butyrate. Butyrate is the primary energy source that keeps your gut lining alive. When you eliminate carbohydrates from your diet, you strip away that dietary fiber. Without complex plant fuels entering the system, your internal maintenance crews lose their energy supply and begin to starve. This bar chart measures total short-chain fatty acid levels in humans before and after adopting a zero-carbohydrate diet. Before the diet, total fatty acid levels sat comfortably at 534 micromoles per gram, but after 6 weeks of avoiding carbs, those levels plummeted to 212 micromoles. Eliminating carbohydrates effectively cuts calories, but it actively starves your body's primary protective team, leaving your internal digestive infrastructure completely unmaintained. Your small intestine cannot process massive amounts of animal protein all at once. The unabsorbed leftovers flood straight into the unprotected large intestine. With no fiber available, your starving bacteria are forced to deploy a toxic survival mechanism. They switch from digesting plants to digesting amino acids, a process known as microbial protein fermentation. This shift in local chemistry creates an alkaline environment where opportunistic pathogens rapidly multiply and take over the ecosystem. These bad bacteria digest the excess protein into toxic waste products like ammonia. This chemical waste acts like a highly corrosive spill on the highway, directly irritating and damaging the local gut wall cells. Continuous exposure to ammonia breaks down the cellular doors needed to absorb fuel. The starved, damaged cells shrink, causing the tight junctions, the microscopic biological staples holding your gut's security checkpoints together, to physically unravel. This graph tracks a specific regulatory protein called zonulin, which clinical researchers measure to prove structural breakdown and intestinal permeability. In the high-protein diet study, baseline zonulin started at 27 nanograms per milliliter. After 6 weeks, it rocketed to over 45 nanograms per milliliter. The relentless pursuit of external muscle inadvertently triggers an internal biological emergency. The gut barrier breaks open, allowing toxic pathogens to leak directly into the bloodstream and inflame the entire body. You do not need to abandon protein or halt your muscle-building progress to reverse this internal damage. You simply need to widen your headlights to illuminate your blind spot by bringing prebiotics into your daily routine. Prebiotics are complex plant fibers found in oats and barley. They resist early digestion in the stomach, safely bypassing the upper GI tract to deliver nutrition straight to the starving distal colon. This fresh fiber supply instantly restarts healthy fermentation, providing your maintenance crews with exactly what they need to produce their protective butyrate fuel. The gut environment shifts back to a healthy acidic state. The toxic ammonia is neutralized, dangerous pathogens are suppressed, and the biological staples of your tight junctions firmly reseal the intestinal wall. Balancing your meals with a few servings of whole fibers fully secures your internal borders while continuing to support the outward growth you want. True physical performance requires mastering your nutritional balance to fuel both your visible muscles and your invisible microscopic allies.